Live from Television Park in high definition. Coverage you can count on. This is WJBF News Channel 6. Good morning, Augusta.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mary Morrison. It is Thursday, July the 11th.
And I'm Chris Kane. We thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday morning. Happening right now, the search continues this morning for a person who may have drowned in Langley Pond. South Carolina authorities say a call was received around 5 p.m. yesterday about a swimmer who had gone underwater near Langley Dam Road. According to the Augusta Chronicle, another swimmer was pulled from the water and is reportedly in critical condition. No names have been released.
Recent heavy rainfall is making life difficult and dangerous on the Savannah River, and again today the Corps of Engineers will release water from Lake Thurmond, possibly causing the river to rise even higher. The high water is starting to spill onto docks and flood places that haven't seen water in years. The Army Corps of Engineers started releasing water yesterday. The controlled release was needed to relieve the lake of water, decreasing the possibility of flooding. Augusta city leaders have closed the lower portion of the Riverwalk. They also have put up a levee barrier at the lock and dam, and they've closed Butler Creek.
And for those of you living in the city of Augusta, there are some potential flooding areas you'll want to be aware of. Fennessy Swamp and Lock and Dam Park are some places that are on that warning list. As we previously mentioned, the lower walking paths in the marina area at the Riverwalk will be closed until further notice. To keep up to date on emergency notifications, you can visit the Augusta government website.
Well, if you've been out and about in the rain, you know the rain's caused several roads to shut down, including parts of Wrightsboro Road near Flowing Wells. Some portions of Columbia County saw nearly 3 inches of rain yesterday. Archith Shashandri has more.
It's the talk of the town. When will the rain go away?
I was in the kitchen cooking and I looked out the door and I'm like, oh my God, we are underwater.
I heard it raining. I looked outside the first time and the water was almost to the door already. So I had everybody pack up and I tried my best to block the doorway so more water got through.
Neighbors on Samaria Lane off Columbia Road say water gushed through their driveway.
You couldn't see the ground. You couldn't tell that it was a driveway and where the road met. Pretty much it was a flowing creek going from the driveway over the road into the woods.
The rising waters even swept away nearby trash cans.
It got to be ankle deep and it was a little scary. Considering we looked outside, the police had the road blocked off. Options were kind of limited at the time.
Neighbors blame it on a nearby pond from an apartment complex.
Well, the backyard's a pond now, pretty much. Inside is still a lot more to clean up. We got most of the standing water up. The bathrooms got a good bit more to clean up.
It's not usually like this. We've never had rain like this before. But I tell you, today is, oh my God, I've never seen it like this.
At that point, we were kind of scared about the cars. We didn't, know if they're going to get swept away or not.
As water rushes out, neighbors hope that this is the last time they see wet weather.
I am worried because if it gets worse tonight, it's going to flood my neighbor's house. I hope it don't flood mine. Ooh, thank God.
Reporting in Columbia County, Archith Shashandri, WJBF News Channel 6.
Now, also in Columbia County, Dresden Drive near Shallowford Place is completely closed this morning due to a sinkhole. That's off Columbia Road. Stay tuned to WJBF News Channel 6. We'll let you know when that road reopens. Well, the summer rain is causing so many problems across the area.
Yeah, and Ed, we are in some desperate need of some dry summer days.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to see any kind of break in this pattern. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Chris. It already looks to be a very wet afternoon ahead. You see what's happening right now, just a couple of showers right now on our live radar network over McCormick County, just south of McCormick. Again, it's not too big of a deal this morning, but what's going to be a bigger deal is what could potentially happen later on this afternoon. Take a look at it here. The National Weather Service has issued a flash flood watch for just about the entire area. This will likely last into this evening, and it may be extended into tomorrow as well, with the potential for some very heavy rain to set up. And the reason is we have some thunderstorms out to our west this morning. It's a cold front that's sliding towards the area. What that should do is to help enhance the overall coverage of showers and thunderstorms later on today. So here's a look at how it all shapes up. Mainly dry through the morning, but starting around midday, we'll start to see thunderstorms pop up, and again, the potential for some very heavy rain with any thunderstorms. That will come around 5 p.m. with highs into the upper 80s. We'll talk more about that forecast in a few minutes. Mary?
Ed, thanks. There have been 29 days of rain in the Garden City since June the 1st. Can you believe that? And all that rain is affecting businesses in the area. The owner of Southern Landscaping says the weather is making it difficult for his crews to maintain lawns. Grass and weeds are growing faster than ever because of the rainfall, but crews cannot work when it's raining outside. The company is currently booked through September. Employees are working weekends trying to make up for those rainy days.
We're in between. We're kind of on the fence with it. We want some rain. However, we don't want the rain that we've been getting. We've been getting torrential downpours.
It's been difficult for you to mow your lawn because of the rain turning off the irrigation system for a few days, and make sure you use a push mower. Those are all good tips.
Other business owners in the CSRA say they are extremely grateful for the rain. Pest control companies in the area like Anderson Horticulture say they increased their business because of all this rain. It's created such a mosquito problem. There is a 50% increase in mosquitoes this year, and it's keeping the pest control company quite busy.
The number of people that are calling asking for service, in past years, a lot of times they'd call and say, well, let me think about it. This year they're not making any bones about it. They're not taking chances with diseases, such as West Nile, and they're trying to make sure that they're covered around their house.
The state of Georgia reported its first case of the West Nile virus earlier this week in southeast Georgia. Turning now to other news across the CSRA. Qualifications for the first annual drive, chip, and putt competition begin tomorrow in Augusta, and the overall winners will get the chance to play in a special skills event at Augusta National Golf Club next year. Qualifiers have already started across the nation. They began in early June. Tomorrow, the first tee of Augusta will be a host site to several hundred kids between the ages of 7 and 15 years old. With all this recent rain we've had, staff workers are busy preparing the course as best they can.
Well, it really sparks an interest in children who have or think they might have an interest in golf. Naturally, drive, chip, and putt is not the entire game of golf all put together, but it's the basics. And when you master the basics, then you are going to be pretty decent at this game.
There will be one winner from each group Friday, and they'll head to the regional qualifier in Atlanta. The actual championship is next year, the Sunday before Masters Week begins at Augusta National. Coming up in our next half hour, we catch up with one of the young golfers who will be playing in Friday's qualifying round.
Collective Soul's lead singer is working to give back to the Aiken community. Ed Rowland will hold a private acoustic concert at the Wilcox Inn tonight. The money raised will go to the Golden Harvest Food Bank. Golden Harvest turns every dollar into $7 worth of food. Tickets are $50. They include beer and wine. You can purchase them through the Wilcox or Golden Harvest.